every man needs their dad. Every man needs their dad, no matter who says what. It don't matter. It don't matter if you hate your dad or not. If you hate your dad, you wish you had a dad.
So in 2013, you do a song with The Advocate, Do It All, Tretch, DJ Absurd, and my big bro, Big Lou from Camden, called
Yeah,
Hip Hop Lead.
big
How did you
home.
guys work on that?
I have that was just like, I mean, obviously everybody's from everywhere different. So
Right.
it was yeah, when I got asked, when Advocate was like, "Yo, you want to do this?" You don't got to ask me. He didn't even have to say the names that were on it, just because at that time, like, I was so willing to do whatever, and I wanted to show myself. But then when he says who's on it, I'm like, why would you even ask me? Just send me the beat. The fuck? Why would you even ask that? And
Yeah,
any
that track is tough.
and anytime anybody ever sent me a track, it was recorded the next day and sent back, quick.
Wow.
Yeah, I was never one of those. Give me a month, I have you 16 bars. Nah, I'll give it to you tomorrow or tonight.
Who do you think had the best verse on that song?
I want to say me, but
All right. That sounds like a right answer as an MC,
I'm
though,
supposed to say me. I
Right.
like I like I like Tretch's cadence on it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way how he came in. But yeah, I think I smashed it.
All right. Okay. So this same year, you came out with a song of you rapping over Black Robs by a Stranger, right? Talking about the passing of your father and you being a father at the time. Can you talk about the inspiration behind that song?
But the inspiration behind that song was basically going through the divorce while my son was still, I think he was 4. So just not being able to see him every night. That was it's my first child, and a son. That was a rough patch, and living out of my car at the same time was fucked up, especially not being with him. But I had him every weekend, but still not every night. It was a bad feeling, and still missing my dad.
And when did your dad pass away?
He I was think I was 26 and he was only 46.
Wow.
Yeah.
So man, like this time, because on that song, I feel like you're almost like pleading with your dad for help to contain like this anger, this conflict that you feel inside.
I think it's more of just me trying to remember that if he was here, how he would keep me calm as a dad.
Right.
The way I would call him whenever I had a problem. I mean, obviously I was just a kid, but whenever I would call him, just to hear the voice. It was like every man needs their dad. Every man needs their dad, no matter who says what. It don't matter. It don't matter if you hate your dad or not. If you hate your dad, you wish you had a dad. And me not hating my dad, loving my dad, and not having my dad, and then not having my son was like I need that part, to have that part connection. So that
Right.
song was easy, and that was just the perfect beat to put it to.
For sure, man. Yeah, that
Yeah.
joint is crazy.
Yeah.
How was your relationship with your dad over the years? Because like you said, earlier in your life, like you only really saw him on the weekends, but like did it get better as you got older?
Oh, absolutely. Like he used to when my mom would call him because I put a I put a part in my hair as a when I put a part in my hair with clippers. She called him and he screamed at me. Now you're trying to be like them. The whole white parents type thing. Like they don't know. Like you got me living here. So what you expect? What the fuck? So but then as it's crazy because as soon as he saw that the music was real, that the music actually came out, and I wasn't bullshitting the whole childhood, that I was trying to be somebody. Everything just it was always great. It was never bad. It was never bad, but he saw that I wasn't just wasting my life,
Right.
you know?
Another track, man, of yours that I feel is very underrated is "Cry." The chorus, you take a little bit of the LL Cool J "I Need Love" on there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? When I hear my conscience call,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
mentioned your
yeah.
dad a few times on the song too. Like when you're saying, like, you know, you drive by the graveyard and you won't pull in and stuff. So it's like, and then of course you
Hmm.
talk about your son asking, you know, when you're gonna come home, and you wish that you could tell him the truth. So it's just like everything that you were going through during that time period, like you said, with living out of your car, you know, the divorce, and not being around your son, and needing your dad. I feel it came out in the music so beautifully, bro.
It's all it that's why I say, like, I'll never write something that's uh unless I'm writing a story. Unless I'm writing a story, like a fictionalized story, to create a picture of a situation. Anything that I write like that is there's nothing fictitious about it ever.
Would you say that that time period was even more difficult for you than when you initially left the music industry?
Wow. Mm. Um, I don't know if difficult would be the right word. I think it was more clarifying. It was more developing. It was
Mm,
definitely more developing as an individual. Leaving the industry was more frustrating, and just throwing dust in the wind, not knowing what the fuck was going on. That point, after that situation, me personally, that was me being developed into, all right, enough is enough.
right.